Another episode of Notary Hacks. I'm now headed to Salt Lake City to get the notary hacks of a $20,000 a month signing agent. When I say I'm going across the country to find you the best notary signing agent hacks, I mean the entire country. I hope you are as excited as I am about this episode. Let's go to Utah. And here we are in Utah. It's a little chilly, but I will go anywhere all over this country to bring you the best notary hacks from the best signing agents in America. I hope you enjoy this video. And here we are with signing agent Derek out in Salt Lake City, Utah. Derek, I'm not gonna lie, man, it's cold. I don't know how you're doing this without gloves and a beanie. I'm like freezing, but I'm so excited you're giving me the time to do this. So Derek, just so everybody knows how amazing these notary hacks are and who they're coming from, how much money as a signing agent did you make last month?
I'm excited to say that last month, thanks to the loan signing system, your mentorship, your system, we made over $20,000.
We are talking to a $20,000 a month signing agent. I am so proud of you, man. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for taking the time out of your workday. This is a Friday. He's taking time away from his schedule to help other notary signing agents across this country. So without further ado, man, let's talk about some notary hacks. So,
all right, let's get into it.
We're sitting here in the back of his van. I said a van, but we're going to get to all that greatness first. But I think every signing agent who's in the $20,000 range, $10,000 range, has some type of mobile office. And the best part is each one of you signing agents set it up a little bit differently to what you would do. So I would call these notary hacks. So let's just kind of talk through your setup here and show people how you built yours. And let's take the floor.
Okay, so on top, I've mounted a scanner. And it is mounted, so it's not moving anywhere. It's right on top here. And then I've got my dual tray laser printer. We purposefully put these on top, that way I can work from the back. I don't have to be out here, because as Mark was just telling you, it does get chilly out in the elements, but we're also in a valley, so it gets in triple digits in the summer sometimes. So I don't have to be out in the elements. I can be working from the back.
Let me stop you real quick, because I know we have some questions from students. You know, literally, Roman, if you can pan a little bit here, it's literally snowing. It's a beautiful Salt Lake City mountains. I'm sure that's not the correct term, but anyhow.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, but the question, my point is a lot of signing agents say, how does this deal in the cold weather, right?
Yes.
Because people are like, you know, can this printer setup work in cold weather? So if you're in a cold weather mountain town or whatnot, tell people how it operates in the cold weather.
So I purposely also wanted a van too, because it's totally open. It's not enclosed. So I've got a lot of ventilation going on back here for the winter and for the summer when it's hot. And I have had no problems with printing issues at all.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you for saying that. I know there are some questions of like, it's freezing where I live. And so, okay, keep on going. So this is mounted, which I think is great to know. This is mounted, so there's no slipping and sliding. Another great little notary hack. How is it mounted, by the way, so you can maybe tell some people?
Yeah, it's actually just mounted with Velcro. So just strong, sturdy Velcro.
Because they make like the 50-pound Velcro strips nowadays.
Yes, exactly.
Love it. Okay, cool. So all the people, that's a little notary hack, just using the Velcro strips to mount it down. Okay, keep going.
All right, if we open up the cupboard here, we got my supplies. So binder clips, pens, paper clips, rubber bands, stapler, whatever, just supplies that I need are in here. Plus I've also got, because we are in a pandemic, I've got face shields.
Love it.
Because you never know if they want a face mask or a face shield. So I've got that available.
I love it. Well, first off, I think this is beautiful. This is a hack within itself, right? You literally built a cupboard system.
Yes.
Did you build this? Did you buy this? You know, kind of help the people understand how this became about.
Yeah, so I actually paid for a lot of the customizations you're going to see today, and this was one of them that they customized for me in the van.
Okay, so you say customized. Did you go to like a radio install shop? You know, who customized this for you?
It's actually a customization shop where they specialize in all sorts of different vehicles.
Great.
So they do school buses, trailers, vans, all sorts of different vehicles.
So what would someone Google if they were trying to figure out how to do this in their town?
Just custom van. That's what I Googled.
Got it.
Custom
so
van.
Almost like some of those, you know, the van life where people have the cabinets inside. So if they can do a cabinet inside, they can build a custom cabinet for an office.
That's what they do.
Oh, I love it. It's a good little hack right there as well. Okay, so keep going through your drawers. What else do you have in these drawers?
If you go to the bottom underneath the printer, I've got extra paper, and also extra toner and drum for the printer, because the last thing I want to do is have a mobile office and then run out of toner. So I've got that down there. And then if we go here to the next drawer, I got some extra masks as well. And this is where I have my battery and inverter to power everything up here.
Yeah, so let's talk about it. I know in a couple of these other episodes, some people are using rechargeable external batteries.
Yes.
Is this hardwired into your actual upfront, the alternator?
Yes, it is.
Perfect.
It is hardwired into the main vehicle.
You know, what I love too, and I want to, point out here is, when you start making, you're in the $20,000 a month range, right? And so it takes a little bit of money to make money, right? And so would you say that you don't regret any dollar investment you made in this? Because this is a little bit more of an expensive way to do it versus the everyday where you're taking the battery out, charging up. But as far as, the investment you made, would you say to everyone, like, it's worth every dollar, every penny? You wish you would have done it sooner? Kind of talk through that.
I'm actually still thinking of what else I can do to make my life simpler. I'm trying to run my business smooth. And I will invest a lot of money to do that because it will help me make more money.
Got it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it sounds like every dollar invested is something you have no regrets on.
I don't regret a penny.
Because I think there's some people who are still saying, do I do a mobile office? Should I do a mobile office? I know that right before we went live, you told us about how last night you had a signing where one of your direct clients were like, hey, I got a last minute signing. And if you weren't able to print, you probably wouldn't have lost the revenue from that. So this literally pays itself over and over.
Easily. And I actually, before I did this, I was actually renting an office kind of central to where I'm at, so that whenever I can just go there. But I'm still running around with this. You just gave the example of last night. I actually did that from their driveway. I printed the documents from the driveway where I was at previously.
Well, you said something that I think is another notary hack, by the way. And again, I'm trying to bring the best signing agents from across the country and giving theirs. And you said something where you rented an office central to where you service.
Yes.
Let's talk about that a little bit, because I think that's a little hack that some people might do, because some people live on this side of town and then all their business is over here. So some signing agents are going all over here, losing time. So I know we're not at that office and you used to do it, but talk about that a little bit. How much did that rental, and was that before you built the mobile office, did you find that to be something that added value to your business?
It did. I was paying about $400 a month. It was a very small little space, and it was just my own. And these were in here. This scanner, this printer were all in that office. They supplied the desk and everything for me there. And so I was paying about $400 a month. And I just thought, this is great. And I don't regret that at all either. But I just thought, what if I can make it even more simple? How could I do that? What if I just had it with me all the time? I didn't have to run anywhere anymore.
So even at $400 a month, because this is probably, $3,000 custom job.
Yes.
And not everyone is making $20,000 a month. So I think a little hack inside this hack is getting a centralized office, $400 a month, and it saves you time. If you're saving 30 minutes from there to here, that's just more signings you can fit in the day. So as you were building to 20,000, when you were a $10,000 a month signing agent, it made sense to rent. But now you're doing 20,000, you can use the money, which is all tax deductible, obviously.
All of it. And the price of of buying this van was just slightly more than what I was paying at the office already. And my wife gave the great example of, at the end of it, we own a van still. We're at the office. We've got that was it.
Well, we're gonna show the side of the van in a second, but let's keep going through this amazing setup. So down here is the inverter. Everything is powered here.
Yes.
Anything else you want to touch base on? A couple things I want to make note of. It's how ahead of it you are. We've done a couple of these where people don't have an extra toner. Right? They have extra paper, but not an extra toner. So I just wanted to kind of, mention the mindset of a $20,000 a month signing agent, and that is, I want to make sure I'm always prepared.
Yes.
If the toner goes out, I got it. If the extra paper goes out, I got it. You have binder clippers. I mean, this is basically staples inside of his van here, but it's a matter of I always want to be prepared. So my guess is, and I'm trying to talk through it for everyone on camera, is over the weekends, you're always coming back here making sure you're supplied. So there's a moment in your work week where you're like, okay, do I have any shortages? I need to go run to the office supply store.
Exactly.
Perfect. So
and for my notary bag, same thing. So the van and the bag, even in home supplies, I just periodically check that, make sure I'm fully stocked.
Love it. I love it. Well, speaking of which, before we wrap up here, anything else you want to touch on the mobile office that you do that you think is a hack before we kind of move on?
From the back area, probably not. I think that's about it.
Okay, I love it. And so now, one of the questions I always get, Derek, so often is, Mark, what is inside the notary bag of another signing agent? So, about full transparency here, only loan signing system students get access to the entire video. So if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link below. Join the loan signing system family. But without further ado, let's take a look inside your notary bag.
All right.
So before we can get into the notary bag, I have to show you the biggest hack of a $20,000 month signing agent. Follow me. You guys already saw the van. Without further ado, Derek, open up your mobile office. Look at that. A $20,000 month signing agent brings the office to his clients.
Yes.
Now, real quick hack I want you to notice that Derek did is peaksigning.com. When you're a $20,000 month signing agent, you are always marketing. You're always letting people know. On top of the fact, this obviously makes this a huge tax write-off. But the fact that he's letting people know, peaksigning.com, notary service, that's a hack. If you're wondering why a $20,000 a month signing agent is $20,000 a month, because he's always marketing. So before, Roman, we get into going what's amazing, this is a segment where we're going to open up his notary bag and get started. All right, so Derek, let's look inside your notary bag. Everyone always likes to see what's in the different notary bags, the different signing agents. So without further ado, Roman, why don't we zoom in over here, and he's going to walk us through. All right, this is the best part of the notary hack of a $20,000 a month signing agent. It is his mobile office. This is incredible. So we're going to talk about the different uses he uses out of his mobile office, and let's show everybody how the seats work so people understand how this is an amazing mobile office.
So the driver and passenger seat swivel fully around. And now I can be facing the borrowers when they are sitting in the back.
Look at that. Rotate this way. How incredible. So you have a two-sided seat. Yes. Oh my gosh. This is unbelievable. So let's talk about the usefulness of this, right? And look, my point going around the country is getting the best signing agents in this country and showing how they efficiently maximize their time and usage. So I know, honestly, this is not for everybody, but I'm trying to get in the mindset of a $20,000 month signing agent, help some of you upper earners, which all of you guys will be at Derek's spot. There is no doubt in my mind. So Derek, let's talk about some of the uses you get out of this and really the next level use of having literally a mobile office. So what's one of the first things you want to discuss?
Yeah, first let's talk about, you just said it, it's literally a mobile office because I can't just sit here and work. And so a great purpose is if I want to come back here and I want to double check, triple check any of my work. If I may be sitting in the back and I'm printing, I've got a customer maybe that just says, "Hey, you know what? We are
let's
just
stop right there." So the first thing I heard was he uses this as, when he prints his docs out. I know some of the signing agents who have mobile offices will print the docs out. They'll sit in the front seat of their car and they'll kind of flip through the paperwork like this, right? And obviously that works. But you have a very efficient. Let me come in, let me sit down, and I can flip through my paperwork like that. And it's literally a mobile office. So it just makes the efficiency of printing, double checking your work that much more easier than doing it literally on the front of your seat, trying to flip through the paperwork. And I love it. And I think the idea that you can just go from the back of your car, print, or like you said, you can reach behind and come over. I mean, this is literally an amazing mobile office. So, what people are doing at their home and their home offices, you do from your car.
Exactly.
And then there's moments when you get out of the signing, you're able to triple check your work. There's some signing agents, again, who'll get out of a signing, they'll sit in their front passenger driver's seat and they'll flip, make sure they didn't miss any signatures, dates, and initials. You have that time to do it here where you're like 1 page, 2 page, 3 page versus like kind of thumbing with your finger. This is incredible, man. So the first thing is just literally using it as an office. The next thing you're getting into
is, maybe there's someone that they just bought a house or they're just selling a house and they don't have no more furniture left over now. We can say, hey, come on in. We can take care of it. I had a customer, or one of the borrowers, they called me and said, hey, Derek, bad news. Our daughter just came home, positive results for COVID. She's going to be quarantined down in the basement, but we don't want you coming over. They said, where can we meet you at? I said, you can meet me at the end of your driveway. I'll pull up in my office.
I mean, right now with COVID being it is, some students have portable tables where they take the table out.
Yes.
You know, your table is inside your car. And obviously this is like signing outside because as you can see, both van doors are open.
Yes.
So they're no different as if someone set up a table outside. So you're still getting the air. You have lights. You have comfortable chairs. I can't get over this, like the setup. It's like mind blowing. So cool. I mean, again, very relevant to where we are, right? We don't know when this is going to clear up.
Right.
And so you have the ability to really service your customers.
Absolutely.
And I think this is probably something that you're telling your title officers. Is like, look, if some borrowers want to sign outside, especially in Utah, where it does get literally freezing cold.
Yes.
You know, but you can still sign outside to make everyone feel safe, but it's still kind of inside at the same time. And the point I'm saying that is, it's another competitive advantage and something that you can offer your clients that another signing agent can't. And again, not everyone's at this point yet, but when you aspire to be, like, this is the kind of service you can make. It's like, you know, once you start getting to the 10, 15, 20,000 level, it just becomes more easy to make money because it takes money to make money.
Yes.
But you can exponentially separate yourself from every other signing agent who walks in and says, oh, I have an outdoor table. You're like, I got a table inside my car.
There we go.
You know what I mean?
We go.
And so, just like I said, this is kind of the reason you're $20,000 because you're not afraid to reinvest your earnings into something to help make you a bigger and better business.
Yes.
So let's talk about some other things you use this for.
Yeah, so, you know, as I'm building up my signing agency, as Mark pointed out, I have my advertisement on the side of my van. I actually going to work remotely in front of different title companies all across, and I can actually work on my scheduling, work on paperwork, and I can do that outside of the title office where they can see what I advertise, what service I can bring to their clients.
Well, let's talk about that again for you signing service owners, right? A lot of you guys are still juggling being a signing agent in real time and running a signing service in real time. And the difficulty of that sometimes is you got to be at your home office to kind of juggle the scheduling and run a business.
Yes.
But you're able to still do signings throughout the day and run your signing service without the need to go home, without the need to be like, oh, I need to go back in here because you're doing everything from an office that's literally mobile. So I know there's some of you LSS students, a ton of you are starting your own signing service. And the way Derek's able to juggle being a signing agent, still doing signings and running a signing service is in between appointments, he doesn't need to run home. He's running right here.
Exactly.
And like you said, he's sitting right in front of the title company so everyone sees peak signing and he doesn't miss a beat. I mean, talk about a notary hack. Because there's going to be a point, because right now Derek is in the transition where he's still a signing agent full-time, but also is going to run a signing service. So during the transition, he has a mobile office where eventually he won't need the mobile office, he'll just work from an office. But until then, this is an unbelievable in between. And the last thing I want you to cover, Derek, is this is really next level, but you're making $250,000 a year. So tell them about what you do with your daughter sometimes, and it's awesome.
You know, for me, as you maybe have heard to know about me, family is everything to me. And building a legacy for my family is huge. And I want my family to see the hard work that goes into it. So I actually hire my daughter, who's over 17, and she can actually drive me as I work in the back. And so on a busy day where she doesn't have school, I actually will pay her to drive me around, and I can work in the back. I can work on my documents. I can print. I can do anything I need to do back. I can answer emails, text messages, everything safely while she drives me around.
I mean, I love this for numerous reasons. I mean, it's teaching your daughter entrepreneurship, right? It's also showing and teaching your daughter responsibility, all while helping your business. It's like, to me, it's the biggest win-win, right?
Right.
And what I think is next level is because I remember when I was doing 6, 8, 10 signings a day every day, it just gets hectic. It would be my dream to have a driver. Right. I'm able to print docs literally in the middle of traffic. I'm able to check for signature dates, initials. I'm able to tab stuff in the middle from signing to signing. So when I get out of the signing, I'm ready to go for the next one and having a driver. And again, that is a notary hack of a higher end signing agent. So if somebody, and here's the funny part, it's like the more money you make in this business, almost the easier it becomes. Yeah. And that's the irony of it is, a lot of new signing agents are building and they're just running around like a chicken with their head cut off. But as you start making more money and you can invest in tools and mobile offices, your business actually becomes easier. And so when you see someone like him saying, how does this $20,000 a month? How is he possibly doing 8 signings a day? Well, the answer is printing from his car. He has a driver. He sits in parking lots and works. He triple checks from here. And that's literally how he's doing 8 6 to 8 closings every single
Yes.
day. Oh man, I mean, this is an amazing episode. It's why we go around the country to bring you the best hacks. Again, full transparency, not all of this will be on YouTube. If you want to see the entire video, that's for the loan signing system family. So we'd love to have you join the family. Click the link below. Okay, Derek, let's kind of go on to some other hacks. And we're inside his mobile office. This is amazing. So let's be real clear about this because you actually have a table. We're going to talk about some signing hacks that you do.
Okay.
Right? If you're doing 6 to 8 closings a day, you're obviously getting through each appointment really quick.
Right.
On average, what's your signing appointment take more or less?
30 to 40 minutes.
Okay, 30, 40 minutes. So let's talk about some of those tips and tricks you use to make that 30, 40 minutes to help another signing agent. So talk us through a handful of your tips and tricks to make the actual signing appointment go by quicker. And now we're going to do some inside the van hacks that he's done to make his signing agent business that much more better. So why don't we kind of start with the back here and kind of go forward.
So if you look above your head, actually, Mark, actually has some LED lights installed. So that's the purpose of that would be if it's an early morning, late at night, and we're going to sign in the office, mobile office here, we've got lights. We are covered. And if you pan around, you'll see, right, we got to say sanitary. I got some wipes over here, and then across the bench, that's where they'll sit. And then I've got some custom-made pens with my business logo on them. Of course, tons of blue there. If we go to the front here, and obviously I don't drive reverse, but but I installed basically it's an all-in-one. So it's Apple CarPlay, Android Car, Auto, and Amazon Alexa, all built into one wirelessly, where I can have my phone connected and I can drive safely while basically not having to touch my phone. So it has the GPS, it has my calendar, it has the podcast or audiobook I'm listening to. All that just streamed there. If I get a text message, I can reply by not having to use my phone. I can do it all by voice safely.
Yeah, and so, if some of you guys who are wondering, he did all this through a van conversion company. Van conversion companies take a van and you can turn a van into a motorhome. You can turn a van into a mobile office. So in case you're wondering where do you do it, you can get a van conversion company in any city in America, frankly.
Yep.
And they can do this custom made. Again, to get to Derek's level, this is what he chose to do. Sometimes it takes money to make money. He's become more efficient. He's able to do more signings in a day, which makes his investment paid off in tenfold. And so if you're out there wondering, can you do this? Yes, you can. I think, Derek, you bought this used. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so he didn't go out and buy a brand new van. He bought a van and then went to a van conversion company.
Right.
And they made all this amazing to the mobile office, which is hardwired into the battery, to this desk, to the sliders, to the custom, like he said, the custom pen holders, and to everything. So this has been an amazing, amazing episode, man. You have something in your hand I think you want to end with kind of a last little hack.
Yeah, a couple things I forgot to mention. In the dash, there actually are slots there that actually the purpose are to hold paper and documents. So that's been very useful on my way to maybe FedEx or UPS. I can throw those envelopes in there on my way there. And then I've got this cool little jump starter. If anything happens to my battery, my car battery or my phone battery, this will actually jumpstart my phone or my van, so I just keep on rolling.
Well, I think that's an amazing hack because a lot of signing agents will just have jumper cables in the car, so another car has to come over and jump them. You've bought something where it will jump itself. And that's really the mindset of a $20,000 a month signing agent is I don't have time to waste.
Right.
And I'm going to put a link up to your On the Road right here. So click that On the Road button right here. And that's going to show even more efficiency they have with this business. So part of what you do to be $20,000 a month is efficiency, efficiency, efficiency.
100%.
There is no leaks in your boat. It is, I know exactly what I'm doing when I do it, so you don't ever, if you, goodness forbid, you keep on one of these lights too long, you can jump start your car without needing to call AAA, without needing to call your wife, your best friend. It's like, I can do it on my own. And man, I think that's the end of the episode, man. This has been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Remember again, if you're not a loan signing system student and you want access to this entire video, click the link below. Derek, you are the man. Thank you so much. It's been an honor to be part of your journey, my friend.
No, it's been an honor to be part of the course. I appreciate your mentorship. I appreciate the course. It's helped me tremendously. I was doing fairly well beforehand. This took me to the next level.
No, you're so welcome, man. And by you doing this episode is paying it forward to other signing agents to learn exactly how you've become $20,000 a month. So until the next time, if you want me to come to your city, come to your state, I'm going around the entire country and finding the best signing agents in our industry and showing you how they make their lives and signing agent business more effective. Till next time, this is the Loan Signing System with Notary Hacks. Let's go!